So I'm adding on to my movie review concerning Thor, Ragnarok, or however you say that. As I was mentioning in my first segment, it seemed like it has some Star Wars themes to it, and one of them is the I would say it's like Obi Wan Kenobi, like the father figure in the film. He has a patch on his eye. He's kind of a mystical, mystical grandfather, gray-haired. Um, I would say he represents Obi Wan Kenobi, and then you have Thor, the son, the favorite son. He's the good son. He has to discover his power. He has more power than he realizes. And so, you see at one point when he does discover that power, his eyes get pale white, kind of glowing. Sort of like the Force is with you, Luke. I would say there's some very clear. I don't know if it's copycat to Star Wars. It's not. It doesn't matter. It's still good, but it seems. I would think that some of that is taken from Star Wars. And let the Force be with you. Discovering, in his lightsaber, Luke has the lightsaber. This guy has the light in his eyes and his fingers. And he discovers his power. So it's a Star Wars with muscle. And from all of that, for Christians, what can we say? What's the great takeaway? The figure in the beginning is like a Satan figure, like he's made of fire. So maybe it is good versus evil, but in our world, in the real world, good and evil isn't always so crystal clear, Evil is not always trying to take over the world in an obvious way and to destroy mankind, things like that. So if you've heard of the cliche, it's the banality of evil. Evil is something that's usually more hard to define, and it's not always crystal clear. And there's evil in all of us. Even in Christians, we're trying to root out that evil, and it's only possible with the help of God, with Jesus Christ. But unfortunately, it's not always crystal clear who the enemy is. Sometimes the enemy is ourselves. The enemy is Satan. That's crystal clear, I should say that. The enemy is evil, but that doesn't always manifest itself as clearly in humankind, in the world. Not even like the wars we fight. There were wars that were, the World War II, for example, was crystal clear who was on the bad side. The Nazis were killing Jews. There's no doubt about that. That was an easy distinction between good and evil. Although not to say we're good because we were fighting evil. We're still a mixture of problems and sins as Christians, even as we fight evil. But we're better than evil. We know we can be saved because of that. But normally, even now, the wars we fight, we're fighting terrorism in general, but we don't even know all the time which ones are the terrorists. And so that's probably pretty emblematic of the battles that we fight as Christians. It's not always clear. Not always crystal clear. And And so we have to determine as we go the right steps every day. Christians we have our own Star Wars. And we do have to find that inner power within ourselves. It comes from Christ. But it also comes from unity with other Christians. It's not always just an individual lone wolf Christianity. A lot of it is unity, Christians collectively. If we're not united as the body of Christ, then there's problems. And we're still not really truly united. I mean, talk about that with the Reformation anniversary this week, 500th anniversary this year, Reformation Day. You know, a lot of good things came from the Reformation, but it also left us splintered, and we need to be reunited to really truly experience the full power of our faith. And in the movie Thor, the two brothers needed to be united to defeat evil. The one bad brother, Thor's brother, is kind of a dubious character, not very honest, not very trustworthy. He finally came over to the good side, at least at the end there. But the sister seemed to stay with the evil up to the end there. I don't know if she got killed or not. They left that ambiguous, maybe so they can bring her back for a second sequel, I guess. So that's some more things to think about.